Okay guys, so this is the welcome screen to Conquist II. If you've seen my earlier review of Conquist, it's one of my favorite iPad games, and it's basically like a game of Risk. Now what's new in Conquist II? Well, the most obvious addition is the online multiplayer game. So if you don't have, Risk is always more fun when you play against a real human being as opposed to a bot. So this is a great experience. So if you tap on the online multiplayer, you'll log into the Apple Game Center, and you can just click play now, and it'll auto match you with 2 to 3 other players. So this is connecting a game. And then you can see that these are the 2 other players that we're going to play with. So that's how you play. You go turn by turn, and then you can see there's a secret mission of what you're trying to do. Conquer North America and Australia. Perfect. So now the other players are making their move. You can see the experience is pretty smooth, although I must say that sometimes it has trouble connecting, and there are some annoying things that happen sometimes. It's not a fault of the game, but sometimes a player would exit in the middle of the game, and then your mission may change, and that could screw up your strategy if you've been planning it throughout the game. The other features are that each turn must be made within 90 seconds, so that ensures a smooth game flow instead of having someone just sitting around thinking all day of their next move. And the addictive part is the leaderboards, because you want to make sure that your scores keep improving and your ranking keeps improving. So every time you finish a round, you get these cards, and if you get, like, for example, if I get a circle, you can see that I can turn it in and get 10 additional army units. If you get 3 triangles, you get 8. If you get 3 squares, you get 6, and so on and so forth. Yes, baby! So some points here is that if you beat somebody who ranks higher than you, you get extra bonus points. Every time you win a game, you get 50 points. So my score now is over 10,000. As I mentioned earlier, that's what's addictive about this game. Because if you go to the leaderboards, you can see your ranking. So now I'm in the top 5% with 10,900 points. So I'm ranked number 48 in the world. Hey, all right. What else? Let me show you load game. You can actually save up to 10 games that you're playing. So for example, if you're playing a game and you have to do something, you can actually save it and then play it again later. Okay. Let me show you the single game options. The good thing about Conquist II is that there's a lot of new maps to play. So we have you can play the world map, USA, Europe, Mesoamerica, Atoll, which is a circular maze kind of thing, Roman Empire, Asia, as well as this cute little octopus map, which is quite interesting to play, really. So the variety of this the variety of maps make this game have a very long shelf life. The other thing that's very interesting is that there are now 2 more modes, which is Colonization and Castle. So World Domination is basically to conquer all territories on the map. Secret Mission is that you will get an assignment whether to kill another player or to conquer certain territories, and if you achieve that mission, you win. Colonization is pretty interesting. You start with all your armies in your capital, and you win by capturing the capital city of the other territories. So you don't necessarily have to conquer every territory, but you need to conquer the capital of that territory. And then Castle is also a very interesting mode where if you capture someone else's castle, you basically take over all of their armies. So that's pretty cute as well. Oops, me didn't mean to do that one. Well, since we're here, so you can choose to have to play against a bot. You know, you can have a minimum is 3 players. You can add more. Okay. So in the game options, you can choose a number of dices to use. You can change the game metrics of how armies are moved, and the turn mode, whether you want it to go to classic by shape or by +1 increments. So this is very interesting because the classic version is that every round the number of armies that you can turn in will increase exponentially. So this is kind of like a handicap system. So if you're really down in a game but you accumulate your cards and hang on till the later stages, you actually can turn in your cards and get a lot more army units than if you turn in early in the game. Okay. Difficulty level, easy, medium, or hard, but to be frank with you, I just leave everything on default because the default setup is pretty sweet. So the other thing is you can choose quick start or normal start. So quick start deploys the army for you, and a normal start is exactly like the game of Risk, where you take turns deploying your armies. So for example, if you hit quick start, see, all the armies are deployed for you, so you don't have to do it yourself. Okay, let's go back. In the local multiplayer game, so you can save the game, or you can say no. And in a local multiplayer game, you can get your friends together, sit around a table, and just play it just like you would any other board game. So that's Conquist II. I'm really impressed with the continuous improvements the developers have made to this game. I really love the online multiplayer function, and I really hope you enjoy this game as much as I do, and if we get more players on, it'll be easier for us to match up games. So far, I haven't really had any problems. There's some times when it has difficulty finding players, but I guess it's still a very new game, and I hope more people play it so that at any given time you can connect with anyone around the world through Game Center and enjoy the game of Conquest.